the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Just a few games left before the NBA playoffs and the final seeding starting to lock in. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Washington Wizards. And guys, for the Wizards, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. And we'll be watching Andre Drummond tonight. Guys, we've seen him grow from a raw prospect into a powerhouse on the stat sheet. How good can he get?
I don't like talking about myself, but he reminds me of the younger me with all these 20.
What do you mean you don't like talking about yourself?
Anyway, I don't like talking about myself, but he reminds me of a younger me with all these 20 and 20 games.
Okay.
But the difference is he doesn't really need the ball to get good looks, and he cleans up the misses for others. He's a rebounding machine. I never really did that.
But he has the physicality, Shaq, and the size to become a dominant player. I don't know if he's on your level yet, but if he sharpens his skills a little bit more, you know, he's got about 4-year window to do it. He can possibly have some SLNs. You know what that is, right?
Shaq like numbers, baby.
Right. Does he, you know he has a nickname?
What?
Superman is in the building.
No, it's not Superman. Oh. The Big Penguin. The Big Penguin. Andre Drummond. The Big Penguin.
I don't know what that means,
I don't know
Ernie.
what that means either.
Me either, but that's his nickname.
Ernie,
Don't give me that blank stare.
Can you hear that sound, Ernie?
No, there is no sound. You don't like the Big Penguin?
No.
Wow, but you do like Andre Drummond.
How about Mr. Drummond? Different strokes.
How about Kevin Harlan? Take it away.
The Wizards are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this game. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And David Aldridge will be on our sideline tonight reporting. So for the Pistons in this matchup, they got to be feeling pretty good as they won that last outing against the Washington Wizards. They've got some momentum coming into this one. They like to break free of this 1-1 even series tie.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Well, it's no doubt. It's so much easier to run your offense if the defense is not trying to take away any of your options.
Let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Scott Brooks.
Well, guys, they've played them twice, won one, lost one, and he told me we've already shown these guys we can compete toe-to-toe with them. And we're not looking to just compete. We want to go out there and control the entire game. Some big goals for them today, guys.
All right, thank you, David. And the Wizards looking to play a more spread-out system, spacing the floor with shooters.
As you know, though, Kevin, it's not just about shooting. To play that style, you need players who can shoot the three and attack closeouts off the bounce to create for themselves or teammates. That's where some of their players need to grow.
It's the Pistons to start out. And now Washington's starting group. The always dangerous Wall and Beal are the backcourt. Andrew Nicholson out there with Gortat, and it's Tucker in at the 3. Detroit shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Pistons on defense. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And I really felt in watching that game that they needed to abandon the three-point shot. It wasn't there. The percentage was horrific, but yet they continue to try and knock them down.
You know, the opportunities were there to shift gears, pound the ball inside perhaps, but that wasn't the strategy going in, and they elected not to alter it.
Now here's Beal after the miss from Andre Drummond. Here's Nicholson, busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Here's Jackson. Down low. That's good from Harris on the assist from Jackson. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, that's good ball movement down low to set up that bucket.
It's Gortat with the drive. Nicholson passes to Beal. Back to Nicholson over Prez. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. Washington shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
First one falls for him. And so Nicholson nails both of them. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Right wing. Here's Prez. That shot is off. Now the Wizards take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not. And that is why they just could not recover.
You know, low percentage from the free throw line. And I think that can have an effect on your overall scoring efforts, which obviously fell short.
I'll get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
No, I mean, exactly. That's not an easy area for him to operate in with that kind of defensive setup. A nice job to get it up and over the bigger guy.
The Wizards shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. That one misses for Wall.
You know, it seems to me on a regular basis, we see John Wall do something on the basketball court that makes your jaw drop. His ability to find open players with his passing, the way he can get to the hoop, making the most complex moves seem pedestrian.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Tucker dishes to Wall. Wall missing again. The Pistons have gone 2 of 6 from the field. With Wall, he really does seem to make the spectacular happen on a regular basis. Doris, he's helped by the fact that he has unparalleled athleticism at his position.
Well, no doubt, Kevin. This may be the most gifted athlete at the guard spot in the league. And once that was Wall's main strength, but he has taken big steps to shore up the rest of his game. His passing and decision-making have come a long way, and he continues to find ways to be a better point guard.
Here's Caldwell Pope after the made shot from Bradley Beal. And there it is for him. Drummond's got 6 points.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
If you're the coach, you hope it's a wake-up call. Get them to tighten things up on the inside and start protecting the rim with a little bit more authority.
He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Nicholson's got his second basket of the night. Caldwell Pope outside to the paint. Prez with the bucket.
And Prez scores from anywhere, inside, outside. This guy does it all.
Wall against Jackson. Outside Beal. Here's Nicholson. Another one falls for Washington.
Boy, it was good defense, but he just had enough separation with that little bit of a fade.
Jackson kicks to Prez. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Wizards.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
He shoots again. It's deflected.
And you gotta respect the D. Prez just spiking the shot back thanks to that amazing reach.
Tucker with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. Caldwell Pope against Beal. Here's Prez. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Doris, you've worked with so many coaches.
Defense, I need you working overtime on Wall. He's beating us off the dribble every single time.
Do you ever see yourself maybe back on the sidelines?
Yeah, you know, that's how I started my career, Kevin. I've always thought that when my broadcasting career is over, I miss the competition. I miss working with a group of players to sort of achieve something special. So no question I see myself back there.
Wizards making a switch here. Porter's checked in.
That's something he can do all night, gentlemen. Beal is deadly spotting up.
Prez kicks to Harris. Trying his luck deep. Here's Prez. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Hill, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Morris comes in for Harris. Johnson, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Ish Smith in for Jackson. And then for Washington, White, he's checked in for Nicholson. Thornton comes in for Beal. And it's Burke in for John Wall. Thornton passes to Burke. Back to Thornton. To the paint. Gortat lays it up and banks it in. Gortat's got his first basket.
He's a big-time load inside. Gortat able to convert with the defense closing hard on him.
On the wing, Johnson. He's guarded by Thornton. In the corner, Smith with it. Back to Morris. Prez kicks to Hill, battles through traffic and lays it in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Feeds to Thornton. And it's right atop the key. Nice ball movement by Washington. Count it, good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Smith dishes to Prez. Smith kicks to Prez. They set the pick. To the inside. Ball's knocked loose. In the corner, Thornton with it. From outside the arc. That one falls, coming off Burke's feet.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Back to Smith. To the middle. Hill passes to Smith. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Burke dishes to Thornton. 1:21 left here in the opening quarter. Gortat misses.
Boy, clear breakdown on defense. They're fortunate that he didn't make them pay.
Johnson from outside trains the three-pointer. Johnson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Johnson against Thornton. Wright sets a screen, passes to Burke. And again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, gutsy shot to come right back at him with the 3 of his own.
Boy, you love the back and forth at each other. Exciting action from distance.
Offensive rebound, Hill, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. A different look here for Detroit. John Lure comes in for Prez. And it's Bielitsa in for Morris. And a switcher also for Washington. Satoransky's checked in. Both free throws good from Hill. 43. Detroit ends up going with the new group. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Nicholson's checked in for Wright. P.J. Tucker comes in for Marcus Thornton. Bradley Beal's checked in for Satoransky. And John Wall subbed in for Burke. So the Wizards 5 right now. Beal and Porter are out on the wings. Andrew Nicholson out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Grizzlies delivered a performance for the ages. He finished with 15 points and was a force on defense, knocking away shots every second he was on the floor. His was the kind of all-around performance coaches love to see. Felt like he was a factor in just about every play. Kevin?
Okay, Dave, thanks. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
We all watched the highlights. Everyone saw what he had accomplished. And truthfully, this is a new game. We'll see what he can bring tonight. We all know John Wall has been the subject of media scrutiny during his tenure in D.C., and so much expected out of him that when the team comes up short, obviously the blame falls on him. He is the leader, but sometimes it feels as if he's the only player to get blamed.
And the first one drops. Well, with Wall in the media, Wall himself said that he'll make sure to read every critical piece about him. Thinking is, Dorsey can't just read articles when you're playing well. They'll use any criticism as motivation.
And isn't that, Kevin, exactly what the great players do? They find motivation wherever they can. And I think you have to give credit to John Wall for not shying away from criticism, right? What makes you get better other than when people are challenging you?
Of course, we see a lot of teams in the NBA push the tempo right now. As a former point guard, did you prefer playing at that kind of pace, at a faster pace?
Well, first of all, I grew up a Showtime Lakers fan, so they played at, breakneck pace, Magic out in the open floor, James Worthy on one wing, Kareem running the lane line. I loved playing at a faster pace. I mean, for players, you're out in space, you're able to show off your athleticism. The best part of my game was my handles, Kevin.
Right. Well, people always say that when, if you're playing basketball, they're quarterbacking the offense. If you're playing football, you're the point guard of the offense. So it seems to me like those two positions are really the same position, maybe the most important position in all of sports.
No, I think so. I don't think there's any question because the ball is in your hands and you are an extension of the head coach, whether you're talking football or basketball.
Quick thinking people play that position. That's a compliment for you, Doris.
I appreciate that.
Pistons have shot 6 of 7 at the line. And he knocks down the first one.
And you got to give credit to Prez there. Puts forth a lot of energy on both ends of the floor.
And he makes both free throws.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Outside, Wall fires from 18. They get it back. And it's sent back by Drummond. To the paint. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. You talk to anybody around the league about Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and they'll talk about his defense. Just an absolute monster, Greg, how he can lock up a perimeter player.
And it's a rarity for a player so young to be so good defensively. He's got quick feet and is aggressive at pressuring the ball. Only 6'5", but has the wingspan of a condor and really makes it hard to get around.
Now here's Beal. Last game he had 12. Beal with another miss.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Prez kicks to Drummond. Dishes to Prez. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for him.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Prez.
And just doing a much better job of getting to the line this quarter than he did in the first.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Let's go to our 2K leaderboard. These are the NBA's Swiss Army knives. Big men who give you a little bit of everything, including assists. These are the best passing centers and power forwards since the All-Star break. Prez, number 1.
I don't care what level you're at, high school, college, or pros. When you have the combination of size and passing skill that he does, it gives your team a huge advantage.
I think if you think about the climb of this Wizards franchise in the Eastern Conference, you closely associate it with their star point guard, John Wall.
Now here's Jackson. 9 points last game. Shoots off a screen, and the shot goes in. Jackson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pistons.
Playing.
And that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Remember, you're my Pippen, and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they were.
Physical?
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Beal. He's averaging 14 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
So it's Washington now, down by 12. And Wall kicks to Nicholson. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Gortat. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. 9th in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Drummond passes to Caldwell Pope. Harris kicks to Prez. Nicholson grabs the board.
He doesn't have a polished inside game by any means, but that's an opportunity he should convert.
Out left to the wing. Tucker dishes the Wall. Shot on the wing. Connects. The jumper drops. Wall's got 6 here in this quarter.
Building on a solid first quarter performance, he's now taken his offense up several notches.
Now here's Prez. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And how about the block shots, guys? I mean, just overpowering on the defensive side. Really, he wasn't the intimidator.
Now here's Wall. Trailing by 10. Again, the miss by Wall.
He's been so inconsistent from the field, and that makes it hard for these guys to catch up.
Prez kicks to Caldwell Pope. Prez with the screen for Caldwell Pope. Down low, knocked away. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Beal. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Caldwell Pope.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
You know, we've seen the last few seasons Bradley Beal take a big...
Clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Pistons on top, ending the second quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Bradley. The old saying, no rebounds, no rings. How important is it to continue to have 5 guys go to the glass in the second half?
Yeah, all five guys. I think we're too worried about getting out in transition. So I think 1 through 5, including the guards, we all got to get in there and rebound.
You can't score unless you have the ball, right? Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Bring it in, guys. Hey, great work in the first half. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Now stay focused, guys. Let's win this game and go home.
Welcome back, everyone. The Whites of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. The second half just about to get going here. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
The 2 E's, efficient and effective performance from him. Not needing a lot of looks to make a huge difference in the scoring column.
Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Tobias Harris is out there with Prez, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Bradley Beal is rolling.
Caldwell Pope against Beal. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. He sinks the 11-footer. Caldwell Pope's got his third basket of the night right there.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
He really has to get it off that quickly. Any hesitation when you're giving up that kind of size, it's almost sure to get blocked.
Beal gets a wide open look. That doesn't go either for Beal.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pistons raised a few eyebrows when they took Stanley Johnson with the 8th pick overall in 2015. Now, he's a great athlete, but some thought there were better basketball prospects available. But Stan Van Gundy says what you've got to bank on is a player's work ethic and commitment to being great. There's just something about him. He is a great competitor. Kevin?
And he's built like a tank. TA, thanks. Thank you very much. Now, here's Caldwell Pope. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Pass to Prez. There's the dish to Jackson. Drummond with it. Now guarded by Gortat. Pass to Nicholson. And another miss by Washington.
Sluggish 1-for-4 start in the third period.
Outside for Jackson. He tries for 3. And the call will be against Prez. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Oh, man, not happy right now. You can see he is really hurting.
You know he's devastated, Greg. Having to come out of this one right now and possibly more down the road.
Porter's checked in for Andrew Nicholson. And Beal kicks to Gortat. To the middle and stolen by Drummond. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Well, Doris, in your playing days of Providence, you were known as a hard-nosed player, extremely competitive, fearlessly going down the lane. Do you think that's something a player can learn, or is it something that you're born with? It's within you, so to speak.
You know, I think you can be successful without necessarily having a tremendous competitive drive. I do think you want to have a certain level of pride, but toughness and competitive spirit, I think, you know, there's a wide variation from player to player.
And here is Prez after the three-pointer from Bradley Beal. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit. Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Harris outside. Prez with the screen for Harris. He feeds it to Drummond. Down low, Porter with the steal. Here's Tucker. Off target from three-point range. Pistons leading by 7. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Hey guys, got an update from the Wizards head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. He won't return to the game, and he may not see the floor for a couple of games afterwards so he can heal up. Kevin, definitely tough news for them.
All right, David, and folks, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
Yeah, his fortitude is tremendous. He's going to keep rehabilitating at the highest level until he's back out there with his teammates.
Now here's Jackson. After Gortat's miss, Prez with the screen for Jackson. The feed to Prez. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
And that's just what Prez does, getting real physical with the D on his shots.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And with the free throw percentage hovering around 70, he knows he has to bring that up.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Wizards trail by 10.
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Remember, you're my Pippen, you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they were.
And let's take a look at the playmaking here. This chart with the assist totals split between the front court and the back court tonight for Detroit.
And the bigs tonight have been the table setters in terms of their ability to pass the basketball. That's freed the guards to roam off the ball, and everyone's getting easier looks because of it.
There's a screen by Gorton. The pass to Beal. Back to Wall. Nice movement by Washington. Outside Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, Washington no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Jackson kicks to Prez. Caldwell Pope on the wing. He's covered by Beal. Caldwell Pope passes to Prez. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Prez has got 5 points now this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Beal. 15 points in the game. Kicks to Gortat. And it's sent back by Drummond. Wall, no luck. Detroit leading by 12. Caldwell Pope dishes to Prez. The offensive rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Here's Wall. He's got 8. Here's Beal. Inside. And it's Gortat. That time on the assist from Beal. 6 points for Marcin Gortat.
Don't make no mistake. This guy, a high percentage finisher inside. Gortat can finish with either power or finesse.
And Drummond kicks to Jackson. Here's Prez. An easy 2 points on the layup. Prez has got the lead up to 14 now for the Pistons.
Boy, when he's in rhythm like this, the whole team benefits. His scoring efficiency gives them a major advantage.
Harris against Porter. Inside. Here's Tucker. It's tipped. Now Detroit moving it up. Here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Prez. Soft touch off the glass. Prez has got 9 points here in the second half.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Time now for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Wizards about his status.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk. Hey, we're in great shape, fellas. Now, no matter how much we go up, we need to keep that same winning mentality.
He is on defense.
Well, Kevin, for me,
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. So the Wizards 5 right now. We've got Thornton. Porter is out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Brandon Wright, and it's Wall in at the point guard. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Jackson. The shot, no good. Nice D from Wall. Now here's Porter. Not a lot of room. And here is Thornton. Wall passes to Thornton. That three off the mark. Thornton against Caldwell Pope. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And how about the precision there of Prez, keeping his balance and getting the shot off despite the obvious contact.
So for the Wizards, Gortat has come in for Porter, and it's P.J. Tucker in for Marcus Thornton. One of the topics, Doris, that's come up recently relates to the NBA scheduling, with all the talk of trying to delete these back-to-back games. Players don't want it. Their performance isn't good. A lot of them will sit and rest, which is kind of cheating the fan that pays a lot of money to go see a big star play, and then he's not going to play because it's the third and four nights.
Correct. And you and I have talked about this. You can shorten the exhibition season, Kevin, go from 10 to 12 to down to 3 to 4. I think that the teams will benefit from that. You can start the season just a little bit earlier. It's so crucial that the NBA product be as good as it should be, and the way to do that is to make sure 4 and 5 and back-to-backs are reduced to the greatest measure possible.
You don't run a championship horse day after day, night after night.
I'm not cracking the whip on you or anybody else.
But you play every other day. That is a horse you can ride. Here's Prez, and a look at Prez there, just punishing the rim.
Oh, and you love the ferocity that Prez finished that playoff with. No layups for the big fella.
Outside, Wall. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Caldwell Pope outside. Prez with the screen for Caldwell Pope. Pope loose. Gortat with the steal. Here's Beal. Rebound by the Pistons. Prez has got 7 rebounds in the game. Harris outside. He dishes it to Jackson. Wall with the steal. He kicks it to Tucker. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Jackson dishes to Caldwell Pope. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Doris, clear that the NBA has moved more and more to being a league that uses the three-pointer to its advantage. How do you feel about that direction the game is going?
Well, it's exciting. I don't think you can deny. What I wonder is, are they going to have to keep backing up the three-point line with as far back as Steph Curry and these guys seem to be shooting it? You know, the geometry of the floor seems to be changing.
It seems that way. What would you rather see, a great dunk or just this outstanding three-point shooting of like a Steph Curry? I love the shooting.
I love the shooting.
I love the shooting.
I'm with you. I agree with you that the skill level of these players is off the charts, and the fact that Steph Curry is literally changing the way defenses think about guarding. They're now not going to the paint to protect. They're extending to the three-point line. It is a revolution in how to guard in the league.
Why now with him and not with Ray Allen or Miller before him?
I think because of the high volume and the places on the floor within which he's doing it. As great as Ray Allen was, and he was and is the best all time in terms of number of threes made, that's not going to last long, because Steph Curry's range is step across half court, and you got to check that guy.
And team success, championships are following.
That's exactly right.
And count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And terrific passing by Prez. So skilled at moving the ball around the floor.
That's his third person. This is his third.
And the free throw, no good. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, if he's going to pick a time to pile up the points, this is it. He looks completely in rhythm heading down the stretch.
That free throw good from Prez. Doris, offense up around the NBA in the last couple years. Do you feel that this is a good thing for the league?
I love it. I think the fans love it. You and I love it. The pace is faster. The shooting is better. The excitement level is through the roof. This NBA, what do they say? It's fantastic. fantastic.
It is, but defense wins championships. Are you still sticking with that as a mantra?
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
Championships have
right.
been defined on the defensive end.
Now Tucker. Outside Beal. 4 on the clock. Detroit with the rebound. Harris has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Prez kicks to Caldwell Pope. Prez with the screen for Caldwell Pope. That shot's off. He's made half and missed half of his 8 shots. Here's Tucker. And again, Washington no good.
They're trying to cut this lead, but he's shooting them right out of it.
Harris kicks to Prez. No good off the front iron.
That's an outstanding effort there. Everyone knows he can shoot from that distance, and the D did a terrific job making it difficult.
Jackson against Wall. Back to Beal. There's the triple. Beal can't get that one to fall.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Outside Jackson. And Drummond kicks to Prez. And Harris wide open. He shoots a 3-pointer off the mark. Beal the pass to Wall. Tucker with the ball. And Beal kicks to right. Nice D from Prez.
Incredible defense. Takes real courage to risk getting posterized and come up with a big stop.
Caldwell Pope outside. Feeds it to Harris. Passes to Caldwell Pope. Prez with the screen for Caldwell Pope. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Prez. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Analytics certainly have jumped up in their usage around the NBA. Doris, how do you feel it's been used? Is it here to say? Where's it going?
You know, it's been such a fascinating discussion amongst players and coaches. Coaches, by and large, will tell you, yes, we like analytics, but I have to coach by feel. And I don't think you can overvalue or undervalue either one. You're never going to take a step back, Kevin. The metrics of it are too important in terms of how we're able to track the movements of players. They haven't worked hard enough today. We can go hard again tomorrow. I think it's all important, but I think the best organizations are the ones who look at things in its totality.
It's taught me about the game. I mean, and the things that maybe I've never thought about
like
as a
what?
fan. Well, like, you know, the success of jump shots between 10 and 16 feet. How many times the guy goes to his right as opposed to his left. What his favorite block is to set up in. How much he's been used in practice during the week. Where they're going to go defensively, where the weak spots are. Just different things to consider, which gives you a taste of what coaches and organizations go through during a game, during preparation, and getting ready for their opponent.
Yeah.
There's so much to consider, and you can be overloaded by analytics too.
You were sitting there describing that, and I thought these are all excellent points. At what point does it become overload? At what point are you able to filter out the necessary things? I imagine that's an art.
Pass to Bielitsa. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Now here's Prez. Dishes it to Johnson. Here's Prez. Eddie pulls it in. Here's Burke. Pass to Eddie. It's taken away by Smith. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Pistons lead by 21.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
Give some credit to the hometown crowd. They were a huge part of their success. The fans will leave happy tonight.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Hey, another double-double, points and rebounds tonight. Is that something you're coming to expect from yourself at this point every game?
Man, I wouldn't say that, you know. It's important to me to come out and work hard and battle each night, you know. So if I do that and it ends up in a double-double, that's great. But if not, you know, I'm not too worried. I'm just focused on getting that W.
And you did that tonight. Congratulations, man. Thank you.
All right, y'all.
All right, back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez. He had a double-double in this one, points and rebounds. Showed great instincts, along with a very aggressive approach toward pushing the action.
He was eating up the defenders on the offensive end. That was a major impact on tonight's game. Aggressive early, and he kept it going.
Reminds me of myself. His field goal percentage was all the way up in the 60s. Not that I like talking about myself, but it was a very steady night for him. You don't shoot well without working hard, and he never stopped battling to get the best look possible. Smart, efficient basketball he was playing. Thanks for showing me.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. I mean, see you.
Good night.